gosh. Hi everyone, Ice and Spice Tano here, the internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for a review of this new Ice Spice EP, Like? This is a new EP of tracks from breakout Bronx rapper Ice Spice, who was all over everyone's social media feeds last year, a lot of very popular hip-hop playlists too. Of course, due very much in part to the incredibly viral Munch Feelin' You, which even I had on repeat for a week or two. What's a munch? Like with food. It's more like a way of being. Are you being munch? Sometimes. Like with food? Okay, well, I don't know if there was a drill track in 2022 that did the rounds quite in the way that one did. You could even argue that Munch Feelin' You reached a point of overexposure between all the references and remixes and brief live appearances that Ice Spice made within a few months of that year, which I guess are understandable as she didn't really have much else to play. Because totally unforeseen breakthrough moments in the music industry don't wait until you have a broad catalog of singles, EPs, or mixtapes to reference from. So I was worried about how long Ice Spice's moment would last, given just how little music there was out there from her, especially since the follow-up single Bikini Bottom has only gained a fraction of the views Munch did. And the track is loaded with these weird guitar samples that a lot of haters have likened to music from a SpongeBob episode, but this negative was quickly turned to a positive when Ice Spice and her team ultimately decided to title the track in the way they did, or maybe that was their plan all along, who knows. This track and its production may not have resulted in a lot of people taking Ice Spice seriously. However, I don't think it's her goal to be the most deep or profound rapper out there currently. She seems much more game to drop slightly petty party music for the girlies that has a bit of attitude but is also low-key funny. Like with the track Princess Diana, where not only does Ice Spice liken herself to Princess Diana like in a hood sense, but she also says that she's thick because she's eating a lot of oats, which, I mean, same. Most of the tracks on this EP, the best of the tracks on this EP, kind of function as very easy-going background bops, with a standout line or two delivered in her trademark, ultra-smooth, nearly whispered flow that's not really bold or in your face, but somehow still instantly recognizable. I do wish there was more variation and versatility shown across these tracks, though. One of the few moments here where she switches things up is where stuff kind of goes haywire. Acting as Smoochie sees Ice Spice over a much more club-friendly beat this time around, and vocally she brings this deeper and somewhat louder flow that just comes off much more awkward than everything else here. Truth be told, there's not a whole lot of variation on the lyrical front of this record too. If you've heard Munch, if you've heard Bikini Bottom and analyzed what is being said on those tracks, you have a very rough idea of just about everything Ice Spice is going to say on a given track here. She's going to be going on about her money, her looks, her thickness, her recent viral success, and getting head. She loves getting head. It's one-dimensional as hell, yes, but I guess in the grander scheme of things, it's fine. As far as viral rappers go, you could do a lot fucking worse. Which is weird because the way some people react to Ice Spice, it's as if she's the worst thing to ever happen in modern music, which is objectively not the case. There are dudes who are 2 or 3 times more mid than her and only get like a fraction of the hate. Ultimately on this thing, it just sucks Ice Spice didn't link up with better writers, more producers, and kind of grind out an actual project over the course of a month, especially since things were so low-key in the industry over the holidays. But maybe a record with some range will be what we hear the next time around, who knows? At least I hope that's the case, and I hope there's some big tracks on that record too, because going into a new project with your biggest single lost in an old EP cycle, yeah, that's not necessarily the best move. But for what it is, I suppose Like is fine. The production's consistently tight, smooth, groovy, and well mixed. There are some earworm refrains here and there as well. And for sure there may be quite a bit of punching in when recording her verses, but Ice Spice still sounds pretty good on the mic. There are some good basic elements throughout many of these tracks, I'll say that, but they're not really built on top of in an impressive way. Be it with more interesting beat choices, or cool features, or maybe some kind of, lyrical topic, focus, song structure change-ups, flow change-ups, wittier one-liners, more melody, different inflections, and I hope some of that stuff turns up with some ambition on the next record, or I fear that Ice Spice will become just like another Coi Leray moment where a young artist's intense internet virality just doesn't really translate over into good album sales or streams. Feeling a strong 5 to a light 6 on this one. Transition, have you given this EP a listen? Did you love it? Hate it? What would you rate it? You're the best, you're the best. What should I review next? Hit the like if you like. Please subscribe and please don't cry. Hit the bell as well. Over here next to my head is another video that you can check out. Hit that up or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, Ice Spice, forever.